thinking about the machine who was leading that pack.
Oh yeah?
It seemed less like imitation and more like actual animal behavior.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of odd. You thinking there's a reason for it?
Perhaps.
We'll get into doing a proper intro once Cheddar gets back to the bathroom. But yeah, this is still just us. I've been thinking about it a couple of times this week, and I think I'm going to, until I hear a better argument, I'm going to commit to being Pink Boat 2B, because I still find it charming, and it's still a little funny. Not as big a joke as I kind of originally said, because obviously the character can't react to the stupid cosmetic before. As well written as Automata is, I don't think they're that detailed, especially since I'm sure post-4 what they decided to put into the cosmetics probably got more ridiculous, even if the default is obviously completely insane already. But yeah, this is what I was doing while on my own time. You know, got a nice 1700 out of it.
Okay, I'm back.
Perfect. I actually didn't even get around to it yet. I was talking about how, well, this text kind of spoils what I was doing just before we started, which is, going to lead into something I wanted to
Quest.
talk about. I did Turf Wars, which was a whole big thing.
How can you love animals and yet not bat an eye at the death of a fellow machine? I do not get these guys.
Yeah.
As funny as I think it is, I'm probably going to try and aim for playing the game for about 45 minutes before we start to get partially reacclimated to things, which is what my plan was. I was kind of hoping to get like several side quests done before we actually started.
Oh.
The last one that I decided to do was a Turf War, which put me up against, I believe, 7 level 44s and a boss at the same time. Which, to be honest, I mostly teased the board because I was so underleveled for that mission that I literally needed to heal after every single hit.
I think. Okay, well, so I think that some of the side quests in the game are like you can do them on Route 1 if you want. Otherwise, like your level carries over, so you can do them on Route 2. Someone told me something about like the more side quests, or I thought I heard something that the more side quests you do, like it does unlock more stuff with the ending. Maybe that's true. I did complete the game yesterday or the day before on my own, and I do now know there are 4 routes, but I'm gonna put an asterisk on the number 4 because essentially there's a part where the 3rd route gives you a choice, and that's when the routes change.
taking about like 75% of my health on every hit from
Two
before,
fast punches.
so I really couldn't help but get through it without cheesing, just because I couldn't really handle dodging that much at the same time. So obviously, I died because I didn't respect the mission when I first got there, and I died really bad.
Right.
And unfortunately for me, my body ended up in a bush, and that was really the big challenge of that mission, is that the arena was just full of bushes, and the camera kept getting stuck in it, which was a whole nother problem. But basically, I did the level 44 boss with the robot boots without my body. I think it's fair the shambles that I've been showing throughout the rest of the game.
Gotcha. But yeah, so to what my roommate told me, because I finished the third route and then like the end credits play and there wasn't like another route, and so I went and talked to him and he's like, yeah, there was a choice that you picked, and that would change the route from C to D, and that's not a whole lot of difference gameplay wise. There is some different story stuff. So I don't know. We'll have to just like reload a save, I guess, to go see the other ending when we get there. I thought I read something online, though, about that there's more information or more details based on the more quests you do. Which there might be, because my biggest takeaway upon finishing this story is that I felt like I was left with more questions than answers. And, like, I do feel like the game has the answers to my questions. It just, I guess it doesn't automatically come up in the main story. I don't know. Because there's, like... So as you've been getting like information and stuff in this game, there's like you know how you have like the archive that you can go into and you can like read stuff. It'll like, as stuff gets revealed, it'll put it in there. So if you want to double back and look, and it'll number it. Behind you. Nope. It's inside a pipe. You're going to the sunken city. But yeah, so what I was trying to figure out was, because it numbers stuff, and the stuff I got from doing the main story, I had gaps in numbers. Like, one paper was labeled 11, and the other paper I had that was the next closest number to 11 was 6. So, like, I was missing 6 through 11. So, like... Well, so I don't 100% know the whole game, how that ends up being, or, like, what. All I know is that I clearly didn't find certain things that would have answered questions, assuming I had to find them, or if they were, maybe those questions were in side quest. I don't know. Because, like, as I explained it to my roommate, and he told me he couldn't remember enough of the game from his playtime at the moment to defend it. And I do plan on talking to some other friends that I know are big fans of this game, is that I felt the game got super interesting mid, essentially, like, the second run. And then it felt like I never got answers to everything. And that felt really disappointing, and so I want to make sure if those answers are there that we get them. And I know some of those answers might be tied up in the previous game from what I understand as well, but I don't fully know. Have you played the first one? Have you played Replicant?
Looks like the whole city is starting to sink as a result.
Yeah, I was under the impression that it was self-contained too, but a lot of the questions I had, I feel like if I wanted the answers, I could probably find them in that game. But we'll talk more about it once we actually like finish the game. Well, I mean, No, because I don't even want to be like if we're in Route 2 and like something gets brought up, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, and come the end of this game, I didn't get an answer to this, because I got answers to some things, but not everything. So I don't want to tell you which things I got answers for and which ones I didn't until we're done. Because it very well could be that you find answers I didn't, and thus I learned some answers I wanted.
Is that what we need to protect? Is that what we need to protect?
It's a missile launcher. You can see the missile resting on it.
As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
Okay. I don't remember the quest being that the robot became a moose. Like the one's a rancher. He's like ranching the animals.
I think that's the last of the machines.
2B,
Oh, I
9S.
remember that.
Commander?
Emergency orders incoming. The carrier ship that was sent to resupply has come under attack. It's currently being engaged by a swarm of machines. I've asked all your troops in the city ruins for assistance, and I'll need you to provide backup as well. I'm sending flight units and coordinates now. Good luck. Out.
You see? Total slave driver.
If she didn't order others around, what kind of leader would she be?
If you say so.
Anyway, I'm gonna teach you something that I don't think I noticed when you first were playing it, but when I started playing it again, I very quickly noticed. Use your melee attack on the bullets you can't hit, like you can't shoot out away. You can destroy them with the melee attack. Meaning you can, like, I literally would, like, fly up into things' faces because I could just spam the melee button. But I know you have difficulty pressing 2 buttons at the same time, so there's that difference. Because I press, like, 5 buttons at the same time while playing this game. And yet you don't shoot while you do melee combos. No, not this, but, like, R1 is the same thing as shoot when you're in normal mode. Like when you're on your feet. Yeah, well, that's your other hand. And that will be something that, I mean, I kind of get how people can be like that, so this is different than my map awareness one, where, like, I don't understand. Like, I do understand, it's just, I just don't have this issue when it comes to games. I can hit... Like, when I played this game, I had, you know, one button on both triggers so that I could dodge, shoot, melee, dodge, shoot, melee, and, like, sometimes use the laser, like the charge of laser, and still lock onto stuff. It's not.
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. Requesting support from any friendly units in range. We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage and is unable to engage. We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long.
They're being attacked by all the robots.
This is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
By a lot of them, yeah. I mean, you can see other flight units. You can see other flight units down there defending. You can see other flight units and stuff down there defending. You can see, I mean, it. That's one of the robots, I think, that little circle. But I'll try to point out when there's a flight suit on the screen. So down there by the cannon, see that little black? By, like, on the right side of the ship? Above the water, you can see the little black. I'm physically pointing to it, but that doesn't help you. It'll become easier to see the flight suits too. This fight takes a while and you'll see more. You'll get like closer and stuff, so it'll be like less zoomed out. Not in this mode, I don't think, but you can hit the hit like the laser button, like what is normally the big fuck off laser, because that's a special move that's also on a charger while you're in the flight suit and does good chunks of damage. I was gonna say I always just hug the thing and then do it.
That's new.
So like a whale. At least that's what it makes me think of. With a lot of fuck off lasers. You'll see a lot of fuck off lasers come from this. Just on the front. You're gonna fly all around this thing. I guess, I don't know what that is, so. Oh, that one?
It's blocking close range attacks.
Kind of, I guess.
Gotta find another way to damage it. I have guns.
2B, Command is attempting to launch a satellite laser strike on your target, but the enemy's electromagnetic camouflage is making it impossible to aim. We need you to find the emitter and take it out.
Is that all?
I know, but it's the only way.
Well, you are technically the only
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal.
So they want to shoot it from space, but they can't because of a shield thing it has that blocks the signals from it being able to be targeted from like the space railgun thing that they want to shoot it with. Other people. There's other flight suits around. I assume it's like exhaust pipes, but it could be like an oil refinery kind of style thing.
Enemy data obtained from command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine life form is a lone sighting 320 years ago.
I mean, it looks like you have the auto heal equipped. If you took damage and then slowly over time you got it back, so.
Resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that thing literally made it so I didn't have to use items anymore once I got it. Just, in my opinion, how easy this game was, like, anytime I took a hit, it's like, okay, I will heal that up before it matters again. The giant leg ones. Technically, they're giant legs and or arms because they rotate. They can switch which one's there. You're in the center of the screen. Yeah, and this is why I think the flight suit anything is super easy. Is you just spam the melee button, and everything that shoots at you, literally, you destroy the bullets before they hit you.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated. Preparing for satellite laser strike.
This is the guy who literally struggled super hard against the very first boss of this game.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Fair enough. It's easy, you're just bad. Got it.
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
That's fair.
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12th C Defense HQ.
Because they're closer to the camera than you are.
Don't worry,
In
we'll
that-
take it from here. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
We've got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire. Got it.
We have weapons.
There. The mortar, you're literally standing next to it.
I'll help aim.
It was on the shore.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Wow. For a second I thought you got lucky there, and your like second shot wasn't gonna miss because it happened to be starting to open its mouth. It's literally hit the button. It's a bit more. It's you have to hit the thing in its mouth when it opens its mouth. Now. Now.
Now, what is 2B gonna do when the whale fleet come out?
We gotta bail, 2B.
Bunch of EMP shit on it that they were worried about. Well, this is something they've never seen before.
Are you alright, 2B? Are you alright, 2B? That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control.
I'm gonna say Pascal's gonna tell you what this bullshit is now.
So I remember it. The moment it reached land, Lord of Berserk began
The
attacking
boss.
everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. We eventually marooned it deep in the ocean, but it seems to be searching for a way back.
Hey, 2B, I think I have another idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay? What? Please, 2B, this is gonna work.
She used to be a part of, well, he used to be a part of the network. Like, he used to be a part of all of the things that all of the robots are connected to. And he was at the time that this thing originally went berserk. So, and then it went missing, and now it's back. So that is what he was talking about.
2B, I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course.
if it destroyed all the EMP's things on its back. No, it's really easy to do the mobile ship stuff. Like, basically doesn't have... Yeah, now you have to do another one of these. Because their name, if you haven't figured it out, comes from the word pacifist. I mean, also, I assume part, like, I know one of the whole things with their village is that their village is pacifist. Like, their whole village is pacifist. Use the big laser button. I think you can't be shooting your gun at the same time as you use it. Anyway, back to 4-5. Yup. He had some other plan he was going. He needed you to take out the EMP. He had some plans, so he's going to do that. Let's see what he got. You just have to survive until that moment. I think you have to take out this EMP one now? Yeah. No, not really. Well, it's not even on an elevation of the screen that you can be on, so you're fine. Well, that'd be great if your bullets were hitting it. Like, you're shooting to the left of the thing you need to be shooting. Yeah, so remember that missile that was on the thing back where you picked up the flight units? He flew that into there.
Signal lost. Signal lost.
Everyone died. Sorry about that.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
Well, how is that gonna work if they're at the bottom of the ocean?
To be.
I mean, I assume they float.
Minus. Don't die on me. Don't die on me.
I need you to carry the torch of destiny, or else we're all fucked. We're not going to be able to save the humans that are definitely alive somewhere off screen.
Now we're at the point where I don't remember the story for 2B because we're at the point where the story is split between Route 1 and Part 2.
That would make sense.
Because as you can tell, 9S isn't currently with us. He went and fucked off to a different thing, so he ended up somewhere else when all this shit crashed.
Well, I'm glad I did that side mission. What a stand-up guy that 9S is.
2B to bunker. Come in. Over.
Operator to
I'm
2B?
perfectly fine.
2B, are you alright?
Running system diagnostics. Core functionality appears intact.
Thank goodness.
Never mind.
I think you have to interact with that soldier once you're done.
Roger that. In regards to the giant machine that attacked the shore, it ceased its resistance 8 hours ago following your missile strike.
8 hours?
However, its EMP strikes knocked out comms all across the region. We're having trouble getting them back online, which means data uploading is currently unavailable in some areas.
Where's 9S?
Yeah, about that. We picked up a faint black box reading, but it wasn't strong enough to lock down his position.
If you found something, that means he must be alive. Put in a request to the commander for immediate approval to begin a search.
Actually, the commander has already ordered us to prioritize tracking down surviving Yorha members. If you find 9S, let me know, okay?
Will do. 2B out. Will do. 2B out. Han, I need you to scan for any nearby black box signals.
Scanning complete. No signals detected. However, a dynamic scanner is required for detection of weaker signals.
Never heard of it.
Said dynamic scanner may be located in the resistance camp. Proposal. Further information should be obtained from the resistance leader.
Let's go.
And so now you have to go get the scanner upgrade for the pod. The way you came. As I said, the flooded kingdom is very small. Current. And now it's just the current is heading this way. You can see if you look at the water's moving towards you. So if their body's in the water, and I'm correct in my thought that they float like people do, then now you left another buddy on the ground there. I don't know. Guess she's just the body. And you still gotta find all the other weapons, because I bet you have like 0 weapons still. There's a lot of weapons in this game, and I didn't find most of them until I was playing as 9S. However, you can get the last pod right now if you wanted. The last pod is got by fishing in the Flooded City. So if you fish here, you can... Yeah, it's where you are right here. This is the Flooded City. If you fish here, you can fish out a pod. I didn't do it until I was at this part as 9S, but... I mean, the fishing spot is anywhere near water. Like, as long as you're near the water, the game lets you fish from it. Stop moving. Stop moving. The game wants to figure out what you're trying. It wants you to stop moving before you fish. Boy, you're not going to be... Hopefully you can see that, because that's your bobber. Okay, it's underwater.
Report. Success. Report. Success.
I mean, you got a little tiny fish.
Hey there, buddy.
got it on like my third or fourth try. However, there's another weapon that's got through fishing in this game. It's a melee weapon, and that one took me a million tries.
Report. Success.
So it is, to my knowledge, just percent chance. I mean, yeah, that's how you're catching things. You're just throwing the pod into the water, and it's physically grabbing the fish. And you're just telling it when and how to come back. Like, if you don't have a fishing rod in your hands at all. However, you do have like a little holographic chair that shows up that you're leaning on. Which I think is funny. If you're not sitting on it, you're leaning on it. Yeah, there's like a little hologramic support that you're just like that gets created when you decide to fish. That you just kind of lean back on. It's underwater already. Oh, no, it's not.
Good thing I got a white gun, otherwise
It already went underwater though, and then popped back up. So I think you already missed your fish, yeah. I was gonna say, I fished from a spot where I was closer to the water, so I could see where the heck I was fishing. Like the ground over there, I think is where I fished. But yeah, one weapon is got via fishing here. Well, one pod is got, which there's only 3 pods in the game. There's different pod programs, which are essentially, you know, those replace like the laser and stuff. But there's 3 pods. One is like the machine gun shoot. One is the mortar fire, and then you'll get the last one right here.
Report. Success.
Kabreem. Test 1, 2. Nope, still not working. Still not working. You mean aliens? The aliens made the machines, according to the androids at least.
No response. No response.
It's like a little. It's so you can't see the whole thing because her dress is covering up the top. It's like a holographic stool that like comes into existence, but it's not like a stool in the sense that she's sitting on it. It's like a support. So like those are back legs, and then her front legs are the other thing that's supporting her weight. I'll get used to fishing out garbage. Where the other weapon is, it's like 95% of what you're gonna fish out. It's gonna be garbage.
No response.
I mean, there's no specific spot for it. You just have to be fishing in this area.
Report. Fresh.
Because I fished for it and I caught it. And I was more on the ground here, right, like farther towards the entrance.
Report. Purpose unknown.
John, I think we're gonna have a conversation about you.
Yeah, this is starting to remind me more of my fishing spree for the weapon that's in the other fish area that you need to fish to get an item, which took me forever.
Hypothesis.
Well, we're almost
Garbage.
Not. It's not. It's in the sewer. The sewer between the where the like on your way towards the sewer on the way towards to the amusement park. That's where the other weapon's caught. It's caught in the sewer.
Bite detected. Bite detected.
not gonna be able to build our. Oh,
if you ever want to break up the monotony, I just moved to a different spot, and that helped me when I was fishing in the sewer. It helped break the monotony. Just so I'm looking at like a different area of the water. I don't think an engine's one of the things you can fish up.
Report failed. Complete. Complete.
However, you're gonna have to learn some good tricks. So there is if you look at the water, you turn and look at the water where those buildings are that you're like, I wonder if I could jump to that. The far building that's like still mostly upright in the water. So see that the far building, so not this one that's the small corner, but the one behind it, so that's more like, you know, 2 floors of it are out of the water. You can jump to that one, and there's a treasure chest there that has a weapon on it. I think you need to be 9S to open that chest, though. I think it's one of those chests. Yeah, so that was that one. But yeah, I was fishing right where basically around where you're standing right now when I caught it. I think because I thought it was a good spot, I was casting between the 2 buildings that are out in the water. Not from where you are, I think I was more to the right, but it's not like this spot because it's fucking with that wall behind you. I mean, there's only 2 things in this game that need to be got this way. The rest are just chests you have to find. Which I do highly recommend, by the way, eventually buying the plugin that marks treasure on the map. There you go. Got your pod.
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode. Motives unknown.
Pod, reset it and try to overwrite the original owner ID.
Activation complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten.
I was gonna say my guess is that it's A2's pod, because when you fought A2, she didn't have a pod.
Well, let's give it a try. The laser's the one currently.
So Gallon's the no. So you're looking at the wrong thing. So these are pod programs, and you can buy these, but that's not the thing you got. Go get out of this. You're in the wrong menu. Pod programs is not pods. Where is it? No, because those are your melee weapons. I know the shortcut for it. I mean, go to the pod program screen again, because yeah, pod B, pod C. So one's missile, one's Gatling, and one's laser. Now that's the wrong thing. So it's gonna replace your normal bullet. So all 3 of them should laser right now, but so that's the 3rd one. That's the new one you just got. Yeah, it does a constant laser. I ended up still just using Gatlin the whole time, but, you know, the completionist in me was like, yeah, I might as well catch the weapon while we're here. As I ended up just using Gatlin the whole time, but... which you're gonna want to kill because you need to kill them in order to fast travel from here and to here. Like if you left them, you wouldn't be able to fast travel to here later.
Oh, good. She finally got back to me on that. Well, at least they're not being dicks about it, being like, you know, we're just gonna throw all these files in the garbage immediately. Fuck you guys. You guys are gonna have to determine: do you want more portions of your memory, or do you want your favorite TV show? Decision on you. Oh yeah, this tube got actually, just transfer back to the or did that get all well, that's fantastic. We only have local areas. It looks like everything's here. Have to somehow learn how to play this game all by myself. Where that's gonna go.
Interesting. Interesting. So my computer says that my default microphone is my headset microphone, and Discord said it was using my default microphone, which should have been my headset microphone, and it very well might have been. But I fixed my muting problem by changing my, like, instead of having it selected as default in the voice settings for Discord, I switched it to the specific microphone, even though that microphone is the default microphone. Which I find interesting. But now if I hit the mute button, exactly. So if I hit the mute button, you can't hear me anymore. So that's odd that's how that worked. But I'm glad I can monitor that. My guess is it ends up happening when I update my sound drivers, because I know Discord can get. Oh no, it might be when I need to update my sound drivers, because I actually went and looked right now and my drivers need an update. So yes, it might be because of that the mic wasn't defaulting properly. Because I know if my drivers aren't all up to date, it can cause weird things with multiple programs.
Never mind.
They're somehow even weirder.
What do you want? Easy, Devila. There's no need to be so confrontational. And you don't have to trust every idiot that wanders by.
Oh, I didn't realize these people showed up in the original route. In Route 1, I forgot about these guys. They show up later in the game and become, like, a lot more important. But when I met them later in the game, during my... Now, given it's because it had been 3 years since I played the game, I thought they were new characters that I hadn't met yet.
All manner of things. You'll hear a sound whenever it finds something.
And if it ever bugs you too much, you can always pop it back out.
Let us know if there's anything else you need from us, okay? And don't think this makes us friends. Oh, Devila.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just put the scanner on. You only need it, like, for the one. So you put it on pod B. This is pod C right now that you've equipped. Oh, apparently you did equip it. Oh no, this one is pod B, I guess. Alright, neat. I mean, I find both of them just as precise if you just, you know, hold down the targeting button on an enemy. I'm pretty sure that's where you start your search, yeah. Head to the right. Don't head. Right there. Yep.
Bunker 2B.
2B here.
We've got a number of broken down access points on the field. The cause appears to be an EMP attack from a gigantic machine life form. If you encounter any offline access points, please repair them for us.
Understood.
Wait, why can't you? My bad. And when what? No. Yeah, as I said, I was updating my drivers, so the drivers literally were basically stopping working mid-conversation. And I'm gonna continue doing so because they're still not done. So I will be back when it's done. It won't take too long. Anyway, want me to teach you how to get to that building back there where the weapon is? It's gonna be jump, air dash, jump, slingshot. When you're in the air sometime, press the shoot button and the A button at the same time. I guess that's the perk of the laser. It goes through the enemy and can hit things behind it, so you can hit multiple things at the same time. Anyway, jump up in the air and hit the jump and the shoot button at the same time. So while in the air, hit the jump and the shoot button. Yeah. Yeah, but you need a bunch of forward momentum in order to get there, and you can't air dash. You can't air dash after you do that, so it has to be like the last thing you do if you're trying to get a bunch of forward momentum. Anyway, I think being in this call is actually keeping the update from finishing, so I'm gonna be back again.
Blind bot signal detected. Line functions operational.
Pod, employ a check module and a logic virus vaccine. Easy. I've contacted the bunker. They should be here soon. Thank you.
We are currently searching for a missing Yorha unit, designation 9S. Should you possess any information on the subject, please disclose it at once.
Please, anything will help.
9S. That's that kid who was with you, right? I saw him all right. That explosion sent him flying.
Which direction?
Hard to say. I'll take my best guess at a landing spot and transfer the data to you.
Thank you. You should stay here until the rescue team arrives.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Howdy. You're gonna have to restart me the game. You're thinking too hard on this, I'm pretty sure. Jump down in the hole. I'm pretty sure he's not, he's like below you. Like you need to head down the hole.
Yeah, I can actually use this 3D map to tell me that.
Yep. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's down below. It's like towards the entrance to the alien spaceship.
9S should have landed around here.
Alert. Faint black box signal detected. The transmission seems to be coming from an underground cave network.
Why are there dead androids here?
No black box.
Chat, right before you got fast travel. So right before you went to the forest. This was the thing you did before the forest.
You are moving away from the last known position of Unit 9S.
Wrong route. Better go back and see if there's another one.
And you went, so there's two, when you fall down the hole, I'm pretty sure there's a left and a right, and you went down the wrong path. Yeah, there's different routes here. Right, or left stick. Press in your left stick.
Would 9S have made it this far inside?
Alert. Possible enemy ambush ahead.
Don't care. Don't care.
As long as it's not these morning. Fucking crashed after he got exploded. Huh? Well, this is certainly reminding me of something. But I'm not going to say what it is because that would be a spoiler. It's something completely unrelated to this.
What is this?
Analysis. This area is composed of crystallized silicon and carbon. Further details unknown.
Who built it?
Unknown.
Who built it?
You are thinking way too, like, so what was this next to? This was next to the alien spaceship. I mean, it's the last place you saw them was where he was born was the desert. But the last place you saw them was the alien spaceship.
The enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
Okay, but they might have placed them there after killing them. You can open the right box. No, I never said the UFO. I just said this was next to the UFO. And then you...
to my beloved city.
Definitely
Yeah,
looks like one of those new guys.
he is. That's Adam.
I, or we machine life forms, I suppose, have a keen interest in humanity, love, family, religion, war. The more human records I unearth, the more charmed I am by their complexity.
Billy finishes his
This
speech.
is one of many areas I created out of a desire to understand, to know humans. It's grand.
Yeah, Adam created it, not the aliens, not the UFO.
Spiritual. And yet it's currently nothing more than an android graveyard.
I mean, he literally has only been alive for like 4 days, so yeah.
Some desired love, others family. Only family. Did I
I think last time you might have been fighting Eve on the spaceship. I don't actually remember which one you get to fight. Because 9S fights one and you fight the other one. And there's Adam and there's Eve.
Have I offended you, little android? Did I speak ill of your...
I don't think they're necessarily symbolism so much as they chose those names. I mean, so there's symbolism to the names in the sense that they are the firstborn of like a new, like, you know, world essentially. But it's not, I don't think it's like commentary on our Adam and Eve, you know? Especially because they're brothers. They're not, so they're more Cain and Abel in a way, albeit not murder. But that, like, my point is they're biblical brothers. I was gonna say they're Adam and Eve because they're the first two.
That I shall risk my life in battle.
They look smart. He's trying to understand humans. Because all machines are attached to the network. That's how the machines communicate with one another. Oh, so it was just, they're innately connected to the network, like by default.
When did she decide that 9S actually meant something to her?
I do enjoy this.
Why is she embracing having emotions at all? What are you gonna do? Turn into a robot colossus?
Oh.
9S!
No.
9S!
Well, 9S got owned apparently.
I prepared this just for you. I prepared this just for you.
Like evil 9S?
I mean, after all.
Oh, it crucified 9S.
Fight for, don't we?
I guess kind of.
You son of a... I'll kill you!
I mean, they have him nailed up in a T-pose. He literally has the wounds of Christ, like the other piercings in his side. He's only missing the head wound. But that is the head wound. Say Adam's not an android though. You only say that because he looks like an android and the fact that he looks human, but he's stated to be a machine life form. So whatever makes machines machines is what he is. I assume they derived his design off of humans. As part of their whole they're trying to be humans shtick. Well, the aliens have long been dead, so the aliens didn't build this. Yeah, and it's also been like 1,000 some years since the aliens have died, according to Adam when you went on the board the ship. It's not like they literally... Yeah, that doesn't mean they decay like normal humans.
Is this death?
Presumably, he's not connected to the network, which is presumably how shit stays alive, because that's kind of how you stay alive, is you stay connected to the android equivalent of the network, which is why when you blew up at the beginning, you didn't die.
I guess that another question is that is it mutually exclusive that he can't just that if he's not connected to the network, does he not have that ability whatsoever, or can he upload himself to somewhere else outside of this network?
I mean, I don't think there is another location for him to upload himself.
Come on.
I need to cry over your body, considering you're obviously dying. Which doesn't make any sense, because I could probably extract the black dot.
He's not dying, he's just horribly hurt. They never said he was dying.
I'm saying you're dying because I need a dramatic moment. I'm 2B, newly emotional character.
Not newly emotional. You're right that she's been not as emotional towards 9S as she has been right now.
Damn.
9S, I never
9S really went through hell. You're the boss. You want him sent up to command body and all? I'll make it happen. Thanks. Oh. What? Nothing. Just, you've never been much for gratitude, you know?
I've never been much.
Not that I mind or anything. Oh, I also have a message for you. Command needs you to contact them ASAP. Got it.
Well, yeah, we've been disconnected from them for like, I don't know, an hour and a half.
This is 2B. Patch me through to the commander.
Oh, hey, 2B. Roger that. Give me just a second here.
2B, good job destroying that machine. Upon further analysis, we learned that the machine, codenamed Adam, was responsible for managing half of their entire network. A disruption of this magnitude to their network should weaken the machine significantly.
What's going to happen to 9S?
He'll undergo a full data overhaul up here, assuming we don't encounter any problems. We're planning to partner him with you again.
Thank you.
In the meantime, I have another mission for you. I've mailed you the briefing. Go ahead and take a look.
Understood.
So what we're actually going to do
Report.
is that we're
Mail
gonna
notification received from access point.
I mean, give it time.
Oh, good. We get to stare at weird machines again. I wonder how much more bizarre they can possibly become.
Analyze current trends among the machines. Huh. Something tells me this is going to involve a lot of killing.
Proposal. Procure information from the machine life form known as Pascal.
I suppose he might know something. Pascal, can you hear me? Pascal, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, 2B. Do you need something?
I need to know if you've seen any new trends or behaviors among the machines.
New trends? Well, 2 days ago, I was contacted by some machines that disconnected themselves from the network. They wanted to discuss a peace treaty.
No kidding.
Apparently, they're seeking to form an alliance of some kind with our village.
If that's what they want, why don't they move in?
The village.
I believe they're working on building a colony.
Why would they discuss a peace treaty with Pascal? Pascal has nothing to do with them if they're trying to form a peace treaty with Yorha.
Give you the coordinates if you'd like.
Please.
I was actually planning to go speak with them myself, you know. Maybe we can meet up over there?
Sounds good.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
There's always been a wall there. I don't think so.
Capers could they be up to? Get up there and they're having a luau by the beach.
Oh, 2B. Hello. Are you ready to go? The machines who seek to form an alliance with my village are hiding out here. Still, you should probably be careful. Machines can be rather unpredictable.
Even you?
In truth, yes. Now that we're cut off from the network, we no longer share data with each other. We can speak, of course, but I find that language contains many ways to hide one's true intentions.
It certainly does.
Well, at least the robots who want to become more human have their money in now.
They're purple. These ones are purple. It's like a purple. I mean, yes, because he's unlocking the elevator you weren't able to go down before. Not necessarily. These guys.
This all seems pretty shady if you ask me.
So why are you still here?
Well, I brought you this far, didn't I? It's my duty to see this through to the end.
Appreciate it.
I mean, they said something about a god, so.
They might be a little
I don't think of these guys as feral. I think of them as culty.
Hello. My name is Pascal. I'm here to discuss the peace treaty.
Well, that
His wondrous grace has become a god.
What did he do? Did he upload himself into an oil derrick?
His wondrous grace has become a god. His wondrous grace has become a god. We as well shall become as gods. We as well shall become as gods. All of you shall become as gods. All of you shall become as gods. All of you shall become as gods. All die together and become as gods.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Damn it!
I was right. This is shady. Fascinating though. I've never seen machines with such unique perspectives. I wonder if there's a way to come up.
Less talk, more running. 2B to bunker. We've had a run-in with hostile machines in the abandoned...
In a way, I mean, people with cults have unique perspective. Not necessarily a good perspective, but it's an interesting one to say the least. Yeah, we're spawning in new ones, by the way. You can see them drop from the sky from time to time. It might be. I don't know, some of them are bowing, so they might not all be attacking. I think just in general, like, you know, bowing to God. So, it's in 0 directions, I guess. I don't think they're bowing to the walls. In fact, I think they're all originally they were bowing to the throne. It's just you hit them and then thus move the direction they're facing in. Because I've noticed some of them, like, you know, see how low health those ones are? You've hit them and they just went back to praying. Oh, maybe. I know there's an achievement for killing 10 non-hostile robots, which I don't know if these guys count towards that, but... Yeah, up on there's one. Looks like there's a couple, actually. There's one on the back, too. Oh, that one's a 9S one. Part of it, I guess. Interesting. That took him a very... It took 2B a very short amount of time to do this compared to how long it took 9S to do that. Because in the 9S section, this is a much longer section to get to the door where 2B is. Yeah, you basically have to do the backwards version of what you're doing right now as 9S, but via, like, hacking robots and like, stealth-ish mechanics.
I don't know how well this game is managed.
I mean, you're disguised as a robot, so, like, because you're hacking into the robots from the bunker. So 9S himself is on the bunker. So your stealth is more like, just don't aggro things. Because they see you as one of them, as long as you don't aggro them. Because in order to hack things as 9S to take control of them, you have to hack them without them being aware of you. So, because you can do it out in the field too, and you can, like, have essentially pet robots that'll follow you around because you can subjugate them as 9S. However, in order to do it, you have to do it as
The connection's too unstable to use the transport.
it lets you come here later. Or you can use that pod you have. Maybe. No, you're supposed to go up. That's the way you came from. You're running backwards now. Yes! Go up! Yeah, because it's a conveyor belt. Yes, it was. They're all moving. Now don't get crushed.
Will do.
First of all, the giant leg bots are giant arm units. They can switch. They can make the legs become their arms. So just keep running around. You'll eventually witness it, I'm sure. I mean, they were suicide bombers, so if you just get out of the way, yeah. I mean, it's a suicide bomber. Just get out of the way of the bomb. It'll kill itself. That's what's happening there. You can... I mean, the jumping isn't necessarily an answer, it's just not being in the blast radius when they decide to blow themselves up. So if you jump at the last second, you can get out of the way. I don't think so. I mean, these ones are actively trying to kill you, so... I think some. I mean, in all fairness, you're trying to move through here in the slowest way possible. Jump, air dash is the fastest way.
The door's open. Keep moving. The door's open. Keep moving.
A 9S door. Which is interesting, because 9S doesn't have to come through here, like, in this way, I don't think. So that means this is probably where some of the things I wanted to find might have been, because I'm pretty sure No, this is a completely new area. I mean, you play through the same events of the story, but as 9S. So, yes, in a way. I mean, more like the cult is divided. Like, some of them want to die and ascend to godhood and thus are attacking each other, and other ones are just trying to not die. I thought you witnessed it as 2B, but maybe it's a 9S thing. But when I saw it as 9S, I remembered it. So that feels like I should have been the 2B part. There's a part where, like, some of them actively try to hide and, like, try to not die, and other ones come and fucking murder them. Jump. Jump. You dash through it instead. You want an easy way to kill the big guys, by the way? See that, the head that's on their back? Jump up and murder that. You'll do way more damage. Why would there be achievement for that over anything else? I mean, I think it's more to show you just the size of this place. This is a manufacturing plant. Just a giant factory. Might be. I think if you go up, I mean, there was another route you didn't go, so you might have. I don't remember. It appears that that elevator over there doesn't work, so it could be. I mean, I know I think that's the way 9S enters this area, because I know I remember seeing this big zoom out as I was progressing forward towards where 2B was as 9S, so. Yeah, you can go into that door there, and you didn't go into that door there. Oh, now you're backtracking. Pretty sure you ran past this door. Oh no, this is where you fought the big leg guy. Okay, never mind. Go back, go back, go back. So then go up, I guess. I don't think so. So I'm pretty sure as long as you keep heading up, you're heading in the right direction. Oh, apparently opened that already. Yeah. Yes. So somewhere else you must have went down, because I'm recognizing places you are, but I'm trying to figure out how you ended up back down. So somewhere you ended up taking a route that took you down. Because you're right, I'm recognizing where we are, but I have to figure out... Well, that, and there was an elevator on the other side of that room. So when you entered that room, directly straight across from you was an elevator. Had you taken that elevator might have taken you down. So there might have been a down elevator over there that you took. Because, like, up... Because, yeah, right now, you are in new territory 100%, but... So yeah, my guess is there's an elevator that can take you back down to areas where you were. Yeah, because the one they called God was the one that was dead. That, like, the head fell off of. They said that one ascended to Godhead. Or, in the religious sense, you know, God isn't here, so it's someplace else. Because they're all claiming that they can all become gods, and they're doing so by dying. Oh, here we go. No, go in there. That's the thing I was talking about. That's down, so I remember I said keep going up. But in there, when you ran in there, they started murdering each other. Like, some are cowering, and other ones are getting murdered by the ones that are... So yeah, so I was right. I mean, you can just not help them, that's fine too. He's cowering in a corner again. Because you're in combat with the one that's shooting at you.
Exit route secured.
Thanks.
Exit route secured.
No. I think it's the elevator. I think it's the door past the vending machine. I think that's so you can buy stuff if you need to. As well as save.
Oh yeah, actually I haven't saved this entire
Well, that could have been bad if you got a game over. It's an elevator. It's got to move to get to you. That's also not true. I've played a lot of video games where I have to wait for the elevator.
Maybe it's a Mandela effect in action. And it's actually God dang, they did the obvious trap thing. Well, that's
Alert. Energy shield detected over enemy. Physical
I have not fought one of these already, I'm pretty sure.
both long and close range attacks unaffected.
Now what?
Large energy supply detected within this factory. Proposal. Energy source should be destroyed.
Nice. That Goliath we just encountered.
I got it. I've been keeping
I'm
an
pretty
eye
sure
on
it's
it.
9S's job.
Power in the factory now.
Do it.
Factory system at 80% control. Hang in there, 2B. Hang in there, 2B. 90%. 92. 95. 98. 98. 2B, I just shut down the electrical grid.
Enemy shield deactivated.
It has, yeah, if you break it, a lot of enemies in this game have this. If you break its limbs, you can tip it over. And then when it's tipped over, it takes extra damage. Tail, it's the tail that was sticking out before. I was killing the final boss of the game with like significantly faster speed than you killed that thing with, so this game once again is not hard. Albeit there's some cool cinematic elements to like what is kind of the final-ish fight of this whole game. No, it doesn't happen in this run, and I'm not gonna say all the details with it, but essentially, because at that point, no, but at that point, you're at, you've played as all the different characters you can play as, and during that boss fight, you switch characters mid-fight. So, like, mid-fight, all of a sudden, you'll be played as the other character. Like, the other character will be taken over by AI, and still be around. So like there'll be like different phases where like once you do so much damage, it's now the other person's turn to do stuff. And I thought that was a pretty cool mechanic, at least cinematically. However, I was doing it so fast that like basically by the time I was the other character, I quickly did enough damage that I was back to being the previous character and rinse and repeat like that. But I had better chips installed than you do, probably. You know, I fully upgraded swords all the way to level 4. Yeah, I suppose I got to see that boss fight in all took longer because I could see. You're running the wrong way, I'm pretty sure, because you're going deeper into the factory at the beginning. You need to. Yeah, I think this is a way that you can take to get out. So go up the staircase to your right. Nope, I think that's the wrong staircase. Because one's gonna take you deeper into the factory, the other one's gonna take you out. Oh no, this is the one that's gonna take you out. Okay. They're jumping into the molten. They're jumping in. No, they are definitely jumping in. Yeah, the entrance now is straight. Nope, that's gonna go, if you take that elevator, you're gonna go back down to where you were. Oh good, the robot keeps you from going the wrong way here. Because that's the elevator they led you to when you first got here. The one where I was like, yeah, that elevator's gonna take you to a new area.
Why did you have to die? Why did you have to die? It's not fair!
You have to put together a giant dining table. How dramatic are you?
I'll kill them! I'll kill them! I swear I'll kill them all! I'll kill them all!
Okay, Zoe.
Hi, Eve.
Certainly something. I had no idea such a vast space existed beneath the abandoned factory. I need to return and investigate as soon as possible. When I do, perhaps you'd be willing to join me?
No thanks.
Yeah, my guess is if you go down there and search yourself once you're in the 9S part, that might be like where you can find extra stuff that I didn't find, because I know a lot of cool stuff that you find out with 9S's during 9S's experience there.
Say again? I'm not receiving.
Scanning for interference.
The machine requesting it. Backup. Request is in range. Please, we can.
Let's move. Let's move.
The machines are becoming more deranged now.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of Route A.
Well, what's going to be left of the machines after we kill Eve and stabilize the entire
You won't get to know that until much later. The air units are dropping them in.
It is going to keep logging on the ones behind us.
Yeah, look how many enemies are on the map. Some of them are.
Try contacting the bunker via laser relay system.
What? No, the big one way back there is shooting. They're doing like an electric charge around their bodies to hurt you. It's just an attack they have. So like they're not dead. They're doing it, and then that's, you know, you can't be standing right up next to them while they're doing it. And then once they're done doing it, they just go back to attacking you via other attacks. It's something they can do. They don't do it at the lower levels, but they're gonna be doing it. That's gonna be an attack of theirs basically from now on. What? No, their red eyes just tells you they're hostile. All the hostile ones have red eyes. I mean, they do that before the attacks that they do that for, but they don't do that for every attack. I mean, they never did. Like this electric attack, they never do it for that. They do it for the punch, and the little ones, I think, do it before the spinny wheel arm thing they do. You're running towards a wall if you turn right here. Yes, the wall that I've reminded you a million times exists throughout our time playing this game, because during our session 1 playing this game, you went to that wall a lot.
Eating them?
I mean, they do have holes in their faces right now, these ones.
You okay? They came out of nowhere, overran the entire camp. We tried to fight back, but our shots had no effect.
Energy shields detected on multiple enemy fighters.
Well, because you ran past her.
You get the other androids out of here. Good luck.
I mean, they don't have the ripped open heads. These ones don't, so. Oh, that one's got, it's in arm mode right now. In all fairness, the arm bot hasn't moved from where it was standing. That's through its legs. I just killed it anyway.
Hey, you guy in the background. Come help out. Everything's on fire. You need to help.
2B, you saved our lives. What's going on here? I have no idea.
I think I
They
have
came
one
out of nowhere and just...
Huh?
That was outside the camp, huh? That was outside the camp.
Shit. They brought in reinforcements. Maybe my pink bow will be enough to stop them. Oh, dang. My fishing spot.
You again?
If you can't... Yeah, can't stand in the water. I mean, there's that little island behind it. There's land in that water. Yes.
Local machine life forms are converging on the area.
This is never going to end.
Hypothesis. The Goliath-class landing screen has summoned the local machine life forms. Proposal. Destroy the Goliath.
I mean, more like it's just the bigger threat. HP wise, but you know, there's always the it's alive in the cutscene, dead in the.
All of you are going to die.
I think it was in the. I don't necessarily think he was in the ball, but.
You okay? Let's take this bastard down. Right.
I mean, there's a lot of this fight is a very lengthy fight. There's a lot of phases to the fight. I mean, if you switch to one of the other pods have a different one. So if this one's a scanner, you can switch to the bullet one, and the bullet one will still have laser. Just... You know, if you just hold the targeting thing, the bot will auto shoot at it. Like it'll be, you know, you won't miss. Like if you just hold down left trigger. I don't know. I didn't have this problem when I played the game, so I don't know what you're doing. All I know is if I'm locked onto a target, I can run around and the thing stays shooting at them. Like I don't have to aim it. Maybe it's because you're trying to aim it. Maybe when you can manually take control of the aim, and that's what you're doing, and you're not letting it just auto shoot. Well, you can't lock onto the boss, is what you're saying? I can see the thing on it to lock on, so I don't know. I mean, the thing's almost dead. I think you're just not a good shot. I'm almost positive you can lock onto this thing, and I just don't know why you can't. I would have done this boss fight not that long ago.
They're still coming? What do we do? There's too many.
Shelby, can you hear me? Our village is under...
Pascal? Come in, Pascal! Shit!
I mean, no, not really, but there is only like 2 areas that are like safe haven areas, and they have been both attacked now. Because there's not really any towns in this game, you know? I was gonna say that's it, that's my point. The closest things, there's Pascal's village, and there's the base. And those are like the only 2 hub areas. Like there's random merchants and stuff in other areas, but there's no like civilized areas. I mean, in a way, I guess the castle's one. However, the castle's not safe for you. But it is a civilization in the fact that robots disconnected from the network live there. Yeah, no, you're done with A2 for this route. She'll come back later and stuff, but you are done with her for this route.
Damn it! They're here too!
Network has gone berserk. They sealed off the entrance to the village and are trying to hold them off. But with these weapons, there's only so much we can do.
Let's take these guys out first.
I mean, no, I'm just kind of considering this whole thing, the Eve fight, because it's the start. You started with the one thing, and then you have to like run around, do a bunch of things, and then there's gonna be like, I think 2 more phases. Once you were robotic, you were clear for a second there, and you're... Oh, you don't have to go back there. You did what you needed to do. You have to not run to where Eve is.
You just worry about keeping the village
Which hopefully the game visually lets me see what's going on, because I still can't see. I can like kind of hear it, but like the sound of the game kind of disrupts and stops every little bit. Oh, it's like 2 frames a second, like style gameplay. Like I don't want to look at it because of how crappy it looks.
What is this?
Looks like he's bombarding the area with forced connections. I think all these transmissions are making the machines go haywire.
For some of the parts when you were fighting the snake thing, yeah, basically.
Now what?
The resolution and frame rate was so bad I couldn't basically see anything other than like a blur, but he's in the hole.
I know. I am in the hole. I'm in the
Oh, well, on my screen you're not in the hole, so.
And here you are. I know you two feel the same. That this world is utterly meaningless.
On my screen, you're very slowly running towards the hole, Pascal's. I can hear the audio, it's the correct audio, but on my screen right now. Oh, there it suddenly jumped and caught up for a second.
Now, everything must die!
Yep.
Why did you kill my brother?
Because you attacked Adam enough that Adam gave birth to Eve. Because Adam was... Well, so if you remember, you fought Adam, like you saw Adam get born, Adam leveled up as you fought him. Then when you finished that fight, another one of him came out of him. The second one that came out of him was Eve. Kind of. I was just more like biblical brothers from like early in the Bible, because Cain and Abel are the children of Adam and Eve, so. And now the game's running in slow motion right now. I like, and then every now and again it'll like catch up, like it'll just fast jump to wherever you actually are, and then it'll go back to being in slow motion. So like I'm watching you do stuff in slow motion. I don't remember. And I can't see anything to help you because my screen is like so terribly behind. I think you have to get closer to the center is what you have to do, yeah. No, I was gonna say eventually he goes back to the normal way.
Massive energy signature detected. The energy seems to be coming from a large number of linked machine life forms.
He's absorbing the life force of whatever's left on the network.
Damn it! We'll never get anywhere like this. I'm going to try hacking into...
I mean, I think they were living when he pulled them to him.
Protecting Unit 9F will hack the system.
The enemy is connected to a vast network. Analysis. The actions of Unit 9S have an unacceptably low probability of success.
But no, he's connected to the robot network. Eve didn't disconnect himself. Essentially, 9S has to hack, like, the heart of the robot network right now, because... Which is what that... I mean, yeah, because... So, as they mentioned when you killed Adam, Adam was technically, before he disconnected, half the network, so... Presumably, I assume Eve picked up that half, and Eve is now, like, the host of the whole network. I mean, so Eve and Adam didn't exist with the aliens. They are a thing that happened well after the aliens. Are connected to. They died. And then got killed by them. The robots killed them. I mean, they might have. They're just dead, so they can't do anything about it. So, you know, thousands of years later, the robots build these robots that are more like advanced than what the aliens made. I mean, they did for thousands of years. Like, my point is, things can't, like, even the best made things don't last for millennia. I don't know why you can't lock onto him, because I definitely could. So, don't hold on to the left stick. Like, stop, let go of the left stick entirely. Now hit the lock-on button without touching the left stick, and never touch the left stick again. Just use the right stick, because that's how I was able to do it. My thought is you might be able to manually control it even when you're locked on and you're essentially moving it off of the lock-on. You're gonna want to not be there. Because that attack can fully kill you. So the I mean, yeah. Yeah, so don't touch the left stick, because my guess is...
Alert. NFC is destroyed. Close range combat no longer operable.
And I have to finish the rest of the fight by range shooting him. And there's some of his attacks can be, some of the attacks, so that big bar across the top is your HP. Because remember that your HUD is canonically a thing in the game. So like, that's like a thing that's in it. So your HUD is damaged, which is why your health is inaccurately being shown. But yeah, essentially, so during this phase, if you get hit by a bullseye of the rapid shot where he shoots just kind of a bunch in a straight line, yeah, that one, if you get hit, it will stagger stun lock you to death. I have got, when I was doing it as 9S, I had that happen once.
mission complete. Hopefully we're not dead.
It's over. It's over.
I don't know how that would happen.
I mean, we're not dead.
What the hell happened to you?
He hacked into the whole network thing, remember? Yeah. We got into him.
I must have been corrupted when Eve detached from the network.
Don't worry, I'll put my pink bow on you and I will save you.
It's okay.
Yeah, did you even notice that their eyes, the thing covering in their eyes fell off during the fight?
The you that exists at this very moment.
Yeah, this is the first time you see their eyes.
Upload this corrupted data to the
I guess I got way too used to it, so I didn't even notice.
9S.
Yeah, I think when one of the blast, I think, from Adam or Eve knocks it away from both of them.
These two be
Getting terraformed by the
so much should do this.
I mean, we're gonna have to. Because if we upload it back to the bunker, they're just gonna become Lord God of everything around.
Right, they already mentioned that they can't upload them to the bunker. That was something they already said to each other.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what they were talking about.
She doesn't have a weapon on her. She dropped it when she killed Eve. It's by Eve's body. She then hobbled over to 9S.
It always ends like this. There's still some alive.
Become individuals.
Damned machines! Damned machines!
Well, now you're surrounded by all the
Is this a message? The data transmissions. They're resonating with each other. They're resonating with each other.
What are they trying to broadcast to us?
Wait a second, 2B. Wait a second, 2B. It looks like I left my personal data in the machine side of things. Next thing I knew, my sense of self was regenerated over the surrounding network. Having multiple selves fused together like this is a pretty valuable experience, so I wanted to record it. But I couldn't access any storage areas yet. So I just multiplexed it over the memories of some nearby enemies, so that when I returned to my own body,
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad
I mean, he already said he could eventually be able to return to his body.
We're gonna have to do a lot of
What is it that separates machines from androids like us? The machines have gained emotions, consciousness. The final screams they summoned on the edge of death. They still echo within me.
End of row A. Anyway, so there's a line that I picked up on when I first played this game that I think you might have glossed over. So one, have you seen the anime Madoka Magica by chance? Okay, so at this point in my playthrough, I was like, holy shit, do we have a Madoka Magica plot on our hands? Because when she chokes him out, she says it always ends like this. Which I was like, wait, what? Because Homura's whole thing is that she's emotionally detached because she's had to run it back 1,000,001 times, right? That was what my theory was at this point. We'll have to see where it's going, but that was my theory when I got to this point playing myself. Which is why she can, yeah, which is all, but I think Homura is a good example because Homura hardened her emotions, right? She seems really emotionally detached most of the story. I mean, she went a different kind of crazy. Oh, she 100% did.
She might have actually literally ran like every
Yeah. Yeah, no, she ran it like millions of times if I remember correctly. But that's what this made me think of when I finished this part of the story. Because I was like, okay, TV just said something about it always ends like this. And like you made a point that her like emotions towards 9S, and from your perspective, seemed to come out of nowhere. From how hardened she was and like uncaring she was at the beginning, and I think that's because like she could only stay hardened for so long. This is what my perspective was at this point in the story. Of course, I know more and I know where this is all headed, but I wanted to make sure we made note of the line of "it always ends like this" because that is an important line to catch. But yeah, so. I guess, yeah. It's just the same. So the next run is the same story, but from 9S's point of view for the most part. There's a couple stuff towards the end that I don't think is through. I think that's just for the viewer. There's also just a couple other things that happen through the story of the next story that are once again just for the viewer. Because I know. So you know how we got to see Eve at that table, like slamming his fists in this run? We get to see more of those two just like chilling at that table talking and stuff from time to time and like other stuff. So we get to see kind of what they're up to from time to time. And that's just for us, the viewer. Like, you know, 9S isn't seeing that. But yeah, then we have to play through everything as 9S, and for there's different perspectives on a lot of the early stuff, and then, you know, after the flooded city where they separate from each other, for that last bit of the story, we have like a whole separate like places we are and stuff, because, you know, yeah, because what happens from there is, on the 2B side, is that, you know, we grab the scanner, we hunt down 9S, we find him in the copied city, we kill Adam, then we join Pastel and go to the foundry, then we have the whole weird god thing that happens, and once we're done with that, we fight Eve, And we'll have what happens, after the flooded fight between that and us getting saved by 2B, and then we will have the I'm hacking in from the bunker element of the gameplay that I was talking about earlier, where we have to like hack and like Metal Gear Solid kind of. I mean, that's very loose because, as I said, the robots see us as their other robots. So as long as we don't attack them, they're not aggro to us. Which means we can hack them and take control of them, and we have to like run around as a robot and stuff to get all the way to where 2B was at the elevator, and then we have to do what he was doing to help us get out of there, which we'll see and stuff. And yeah.
Oh, so they didn't want people to actually skip over it, so they apparently just added in. they added in, no, go back and play the game again.
Yes, they're like, this isn't the game.
I mean, I'm really hoping that they expand on the ending of this story because, as like you said, I don't think that I think her emotional change was too sudden. We weren't able to get to see it progress naturally.
Well, so I will state that C and D aren't a repeat of the same events. C and D is like stuff that happens that we didn't see at all. Like, it's not even at the same time. Like, whether that's before all of this or after all of this, I won't say. But we only have to play through.
Because I really do want that to see the meaningful version of that, because I mean I liked it, but I couldn't really get fully into it how I wanted to, because like to me it just, what we saw, it didn't feel earned.
Right. So I feel like the meaningful version of that comes from, I guess, just replaying it after the fact with the knowledge or just like rewatching that cutscene once because it's not. I don't think we're gonna necessarily learn like.
Well, this is certainly starting in a different place.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Second run, we play as Orbit.
No, so because here's the thing, like when I last, as I said, I took like a 3 or 4 year break from this game, and when I when I played through this game. The oil, but you need a container. Find a bucket.
Find a gas can. I'll probably do whatever these things are.
They're buckets.
Hey, look, it's a bucket. Well, this is
But yeah, I forgot about this because most of this playthrough is as 9S, and I was already in the 9S playthrough when I quit. When I quit playing it.
It's a good thing that the oil derrick apparently just has a never-ending supply of oil. The robot conquered oil capital. Was your brother a leg droid?
And his brother was one of the bigger ones.
Just one of the tall drones.
Just a little
Yeah.
more. Just a little more. Brother.
Doesn't matter how much oil you give him, little guy. You can't make a machine your brother. You can't make a machine your brother. Looks like it's time. Looks like it's time.
So he was already down here when...
Because he's a recon unit.
More than just a supportive guy.
Operator 210 to Unit 9S. Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go ahead.
The Yorha troops have commenced their descent. Disable the enemy
Yep.
base's defense systems.
You're literally not wrong.
Roger that. Roger that.
Flight unit recommended.
Yeah, so your Y button is now a hack button instead.
Alert. Proceed with mission operations immediately.
I have an air dash in
Yes. You have the only button that changed is you don't have a heavy attack. Instead, you have a Y.
No. Game. He was never heard from again.
I guess I didn't know this was a thing because I didn't do this. I didn't just fuck off in a random direction. I immediately did what the game told me to do.
Oh. All I wanted to do was just platform on that thing. And the game made it an ending.
Hold on. I'm really curious what the fuck we just did.
Went that way.
I guess.
The G ending.
Yeah, I guess. What was the... on your save file, we also had the T endings. What the fuck was the T ending?
Remember when we pulled out our brain?
No. Was that the T ending?
Yeah, the T ending was when we took out our own CPU.
Oh, interesting. Because my endings, I only have as A. I have A, B, and C, and that's because I didn't make the choice that gets you D. So that's interesting to know that there's even more endings that I might not know about.
Well, if there's an ending T, there's certainly a long list.
I mean, they could just be, some of the extra small ones might be just abbreviations, because T could be termination, you know?
I do appreciate that rather than doing the obvious thing, which was, you know, he hopped over that thing and then hopped back for 5 seconds because there was literally nothing over there. They were like, he hopped over there and he was lost for eternity.
I mean, it was more like they decided that him watching the machines and that curiosity that they were talking about drove him to, like, you know, I guess just, desert.
We deserted and caused a time paradox. So, our thing.
If I give my brother this, he'll live again. I need a container. I can use this.
Maybe that's going to be a thing with 9S. Since he's a support body tied to 2B, he's not going to be allowed as much freedom to explore. They're going to have multiple...
It will be okay now, brother.
I definitely don't think that's a thing, because if it was, I would have experienced it, and I didn't get any of these endings other than you did it this time. I was like he didn't. I was like shocked because you did step over the pipe, and for whatever reason you didn't trip, and I was like, what the fuck? The pipes are supposed to trip on them. And I was really mad that you didn't trip on the pipe when you stepped on it the first time, because I was like, you can spill the bucket if you step on the pipes. And for whatever reason, the first time you somehow didn't trip on the pipe, and even though you did step on it, and I was like, how?
I was inadvertently good before I completely fucked over.
But you stepped on it. Like, the game just didn't register it the very first time you did this. The game just didn't...
Well, that's why
The game didn't register...
Just like how I inadvertently caused 9S in that timeline to be lost for eternity.
Fair enough.
Of all the fucking things.
Operator 210 to Unit 9S. Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go ahead.
The Yorha troops have commenced their descent. Disable the enemy base's defense systems immediately.
Roger that.
Go shut off the generator.
Alert. Proceed with mission operations immediately.
Oh, come on, really?
I mean, if you look at the map, it shows you where you need to go, and you're running away from it both times. So that's on you.
God bleeding damn it. This crane just not the path forward at all. That would make sense. Why it's so easy to go that way and lose.
I'm pretty sure you have to go down it eventually, but the part you I mean, if you look at the map, you were standing on where your objective is, you hit the button once, you might have to hit it again or something, because the orange spot was where the button was, and you pressed it, and then like the orange spot was still kind of where the button was, and you then fucked off and ran away from it, so.
Oh yeah, we're back. This is so typical of how this LP has been going so far. Just a simple mistake. Causing so much wasted time. Okay, let's take the empty bucket and put it on its head in front of me.
I mean, I was just gonna laugh if it was like you just kept getting the G ending until like 11 o'clock at night, and then we called it done. Like, no, we don't get to see very much of this route because it's just gonna be you rinse and repeating the G ending over and over and over again. Trip, 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 trip.
Now we gotta do this, we gotta speed run this bit because we've been here too many times.
Trip, 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 trip. If you press the jump button, this goes faster.
Nah, I don't believe you.
I actually don't remember if you can hit the jump button during this part. But so when you hack the robots, I know you can jump as them. And I'm pretty sure if you were able to jump, it would spill the bucket. However, I do not know off the top of my head if
Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go ahead.
The Yorha
if you can jump while holding the bucket.
Disable the enemy base's defense systems immediately.
Roger that.
Oh, so you were standing where you needed to be, and then you moved away from it. Like, that's my point. Like, look at the map. Like, see where the orange thing on the map is. So hop down. So go over to go onto the bridge now. The thing that fell down. Go in the hole. Now walk back towards where you need to be. No, because my thought is somewhere around here there must be a thing you can interact with.
Oh, fuck it.
You're gonna get the G ending again.
Oh, god damn it.
I told you, don't run away from the orange thing. You ran away from the orange thing.
Okay, well, I guess think of the wacky things that we can do as the robot this time.
I mean, you can try to hit the jump button, see if that spills the bucket.
I will hit all of the buttons, and we will see it shoot guns and explode.
Yeah, I mean, you can see if you can do any of the attacks and stuff, because Cause there's like a whole side quest area.
I've exhausted
Where
every way I can use the crane, so that's definitely not it.
no, I don't think it is.
It doesn't seem like there's a second prompt on that machine. But I don't even.
I mean, it might not. I'm not saying it's another prompt on that machine. I'm just saying there's something around there you're supposed to do.
It's supposed to break the machine. Because the machine knows the secret. And it's in the machine.
Okay, so you can hit the jump button. Just presumably can't jump with the bucket then. Because jumping is faster than walking, as the little guys. There's like there's a side quest area where you can hack them and you battle as them, so you have to like survive the arena and you get to pick which unit you wanna. Yeah, okay, so if you jump, you fill it up on landing. But there's an area where you can, you essentially battle bot with the robots, and there was one fight, you can like pick between a couple different models. It's like the medium model, the large big boy model, and the little guy. And for whatever reason, the little guy is the most durable of the three, like as terms of HP goes. But he has like the slowest attacks and stuff, so there's like trade-offs to picking each one. And like one of the harder challenges, I found that the bot that was the easiest to do it was the little one, and one of the strategies I had with it was that rather than walk around to dodge enemies, I was constantly jumping away from them so that they couldn't hit me, and then it became like a matter of timing where like I had to hit them when they couldn't hit me, but then when they started winding up attack, I needed to get the fuck away.
Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go ahead.
The Yorha troops have commenced their descent. Disable the enemy base's defense systems immediately.
Roger that.
You know. See that ladder? Up, so jump onto that platform there. Jump. See that ladder to your right? No, other way, turn around. No, face the camera the other direction. No. Turn the camera all the way around. See that ladder where the arrow is? Knock that ladder down. Now go down that ladder. Now go down that ladder. Oh.
Okay, let's go back down.
Yep. In fact, once you beat the game, because I did, all the routes, right? I can replay route A, and I start at level 50, because that's like the level I'm at. I'm like somewhere in like the mid 50s. Is where I finished the game. Now, given I didn't do all the side quests, and I don't know if there's anything I missed because I didn't do all the side quests. I feel like I read somewhere that you were supposed to do all the side quests, or like to get like the good ending or something. Yeah. Well, and what I'm curious about is, like, upon replay of past routes, because, like, I can replay routes, you know, A and B right now with my save file. I have, like, you know, essentially route select. My thought is, like, because during Route B, a side quest you did during Route A aren't going to be available. So my thought is, like...
You have 4 targets that need to be hacked. Be advised that hostiles have been detected around each target and must be defeated.
So my thought is that maybe those stay done. Like, so even if I go back to Route A, even though I've already done like everything, that those side quests will stay done even in Route A. Like, I won't have to redo. The thing's behind you. No, it's the thing that's behind you. You can literally see it on the map. You are on a timer, though.
Hacking complete. Proceed to the next target.
I think so, yeah. I think this area is built in like either a T or like a plus. And there's something to hack and down each corridor. No, but you will eventually in battle, because 9S doesn't do as much damage. You will find that it's faster to hack and murder enemies that way than it is to I mean, right now it doesn't really matter because you're in the mech suit, but like, my point is when you're on the ground, you're gonna feel the fact that 9S just won't be able to kill things as fast as 2B. And you'll find that like hacking enemies does way more damage way quicker than the other way. Well, the enemy ones aren't mazes, but like some of the like, you know, hack this plot objective thing are mazes. You might be able to hack enemies already if you try to hack the big guy. Yeah, you can. If you hit the lock-on button, you lock onto him. Yeah, for the most part, it will one-shot most enemies. It won't always one-shot enemies, but it will most of the time. You'll find it will seem to one-shot enemies. That was a side quest I don't even think I found, because I didn't do any side quests related to the canyon. I went down there myself at one point, but I don't think I found hack them. They do. They do. When the explosion from hacking does damage nearby enemies. It doesn't do as much damage as the one you hacked, so the one you hacked takes more damage than... Yeah. So I find that like though in like big crowds of enemies, you can try to like hack the ones that are in the group that have more health, and then slowly over time the other ones will just dwindle down to death. And you just defocus the ones with the more health and let the ones that have damage on them from others' hackings just get killed by further hacking of other things nearby them. Yeah, it's a plus sign. This entire area is just one big plus sign. Remember, you do have a sword still. I mean, you can still. My point is that I think it's still faster to do the shoot while also holding down the melee button thing, but.
Hacking of enemy defense system complete. Our attack squadron can now infiltrate the base. You are to continue providing support by whatever means available.
Just gotta go back to the center of the T, and the game will take it from there.
Your HUD has entered the base. However, there is only one unit remaining.
Ooh, must have been rough out there.
The enemy's defensive weapon is making things more difficult than we estimated.
Get a load of that thing. Firing missiles. Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man. You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Trying to build up a sense of style.
Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
I mean, if your job is to monitor and be stealthy, having less numbers can be useful. I mean, recon teams tend not to be all that, like, equipped for combat anyway, because you need to be light to move quickly and on detective, so you can't carry all the weapons you might need a lot of the times, which means you also, if you get caught at all, even if there are more than one of you, it can be harder to fight your way out anyway.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't destroy it,
will just keep coming.
I mean, presumably, you know, most of these machines probably never even saw aliens. Like, they might have been built after. Just like androids have been around for a very, very, very long time, but like 2B and 9S not necessarily have been around the whole time that androids have been around.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
Is that?
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed. There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
Let's bet on it.
What's going on?
She appears to be engaging the target enemy.
We have to help her. Let's go! We have to help her. Let's go!
Well, he's doing air support, but he's in a different area, killing enemies that are trying to get to her, presumably.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy it.
Not yet, he doesn't.
I'll provide support.
Enemy analysis complete. Software
Hack it.
vulnerabilities and penetration paths detected. Display on HUD.
I'll hack this thing and weaken it.
Oh, they have to wait to tell you to hack it. Because now they can. See, now there's a hack symbol. They're not gonna. There are more complicated hacks, like that you could call boss hack, but the game's still just trying to make sure you got used to normal hacks. Anyway, you can shoot the orange, can't shoot the purple when you're in that. Oh, here we go. Here's the more complicated hack. Anyway, if you hit the lock, so you can't, if you hold lock on, it won't lock on to the next thing after you kill one. You have to repress it every single time. So I don't know why that is when like outside of this, but yeah, these are, you'll also, these hack patterns will stay consistent. So you'll like notice, you'll notice over time, you'll be like, oh, okay, I know exactly my strategy for when I come across this one, because I see it from a lot. Yeah, you're gonna do the thing that was in the cutscene.
Boost!
You didn't have to do that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I only have 3 minutes to live.
Voice functionality recovered. External sound input confirmed.
No, I think you just need to bide time at that point.
Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccine. Then access the...
Also, if you want to remember how clear 2B seems to care about 9S, there is this moment right at the beginning of the game that you might have forgot about, because you're like, her feelings come out of nowhere. It's like, this is right away at the beginning of the game. And this did happen in both routes. She did go 9S and freak the fuck out and start yelling at the pod and shit.
Even after I lose 2 of my limbs.
HO-229 Flight Unit, Command 677 receiving. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Oh yeah, because she used her flight suit to crash through a door.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be honest, is dumber than what 9S did. Don't have the time to land, I better just crash and destroy the whole thing.
I mean, there was no place to land. She had to be on the other side of it.
Why didn't she just land it in the ocean then?
Incoming enemy
Good.
fighters detected.
I mean, they can float, but they presumably don't really swim, because when you fall in the water, you always get fucked and take damage, and then like the pod has to pick you up and drop you back off. Sure. Actually, the pods kind of get a bit of a story in C. Well, the pods do a lot of talking to one another in C. I don't know. I mean, as I said, I don't think I did nearly as many side quests, though. See, I didn't have that problem. The final boss was level 50, and I was like level 53 or 56, somewhere in there. Oh, I hope that becomes a continuing theme where you get hit by the very first thing because you just don't move.
The control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
Basically.
Successfully commandeered the enemy unit.
Continuing support.
Yeah, you don't the tutorial is 9S. Basically just like, here's hacking, this is the new thing you're gonna be doing like 24 goddamn 7.
That's fine. Talk more 2B's data first.
I mean, I think once you get the hang of how to lock on to stuff quickly, it doesn't get to be that difficult. I remember being I didn't realize you could lock on to stuff when I first went there, because I'm so used to holding down lockdown to lock on to enemies, and if you are holding on to lock on when you enter the hacking minigame, it doesn't care that you're holding down the lock on button. It's not, you have to let go and repress it once you're in the game to lock onto something. So, I ended up in a, like, I just got so mad. I was like, this fucking sucks, I hate this. And then, yeah, when I went back the other day, after 3 years, I found you could lock on while hacking, and I was like, oh, this is significantly easier now, and, like, I can actually finish this game, and then I did.
You just die already!
However, if you remember how the black box moment went, 9S is only able to back up 2B's memories in time, so 9S doesn't remember any of this after the bomb goes off.
Because this happened because 3 more Goliaths just showed up.
Yeah.
Talk about bringing the battle to them. Bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command. Request assistance. Request assistance.
No.
I mean, I need assistance.
It doesn't look like that's
well, I guess we both
going to be necessary.
Oh, great.
I mean, 2B's injured. She's not injured to the point of missing limbs.
So this is what the aliens are spending all their time on.
I don't imagine that
50 more Goliaths.
this is going to end well. This is going to end well. The black box. It's ready. It's ready.
Right.
If I was editing this, honestly, ending this episode on
I mean, we can. It's 11 o'clock right now, and that's, you know, I have a doctor's appointment and stuff tomorrow, so.
It was an honor to
Oh yeah, in that regard.
Truly.
The honor was mine. The honor was mine.
It might, I don't remember.
to be honest, you'd be that flippant about your life that you could just, you know, download yourself back into space.
Because I know it does the whole checking systems thing, and then it does the, I mean, I guess 9S wakes up first.
Looks like it's time to help 2B get herself set up.
Kind of. Like, I guess.
She's probably waiting in her room now. She's probably waiting in her room now.
Yeah, saving possible. So, yeah. That's episode 4. We finally cracked the first run. And now we're playing as the wet blanket. I mean, I'll say I'm definitely not a fan of Nines. And that's the only time I'm going to call him that name forever.
Well, we're gonna have that whole conversation about 9s again.
He doesn't deserve to have a cool nickname, or really any nickname. But, you know, it's his run. Maybe his character will improve. I severely doubt it, but I mean, it's possible.
I mean, there's a lot that's gonna happen between now and the end for 9S.
And, you're probably gonna have to correct me because we did some flip-flopping. Are we gonna be doing Persona 5 on Saturday this time again?
It would be Saturday, yes.
And, we just completed the Mafioso, so we should be going through
A bunch of free time.
yeah, the back end of chapter 3, possibly bleeding into the start of chapter 4.
Yeah, depends on how much dicking around we do. Because I feel like if we just burn through... I feel like one of the days we should probably go to Mementos finally. And go do Memento stuff.
We probably should make that a focus because we've backlogged a few things there. Where the fuck is saving on this thing? So yeah, if you want to see that part of Persona 5, just some social dicking around, that's what we're going to be doing on Saturday at our usual time. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Balancing Act, and my continued positive attitude about Nier Automata, even if we are heading into the 9S chapter. So yeah, check us back next week, Wednesday, as usual, for the continuing escapades of the Wet Blanket.